James Hype is absolutely smashing the DJ game right now. He's getting hundreds and hundreds of thousands of views every single month. He's now got over 50,000 subscribers and he's getting hundreds and hundreds of subscribers every single day. This guy is killing it. Today I'm going to break down exactly why I think he is. Stay tuned if you're interested. So yo, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. I'm DJ Kiz Walsh and today I'm going to be breaking down the man James Hype and exactly why I think he's blowing up here on YouTube. So first of all, I'll say that I am a massive James Hype fan. I've been following this guy for a number of years now. I first heard of him like 3 years ago when I was doing DJing research on YouTube and I seen some videos of him mixing, and it quickly became apparent how good he is behind the decks and how well this guy can mix. So I instantly was just gravitated towards him. You know, I wanted to be as good as he was. Today I'm going to be breaking down exactly why I think he's so good, why I think his career is blowing up, and also give me a little bit of background into why he's actually so good behind the decks. So as I said, 50,000 subscribers, got nearly 10 million views now on his YouTube channel. This guy is blowing up. This guy's numbers are insane. And he's only been actually uploading to YouTube for like a year. It's crazy because he actually had videos on his channel before he started doing these little mixes, and he was recording his live sets, and they were like little vlogs and stuff, and they had a few thousand views here and there, but his channel was relatively small. Most of his views came from his remixes, his bootlegs that he was making, but you know, he was still doing all right for himself. But obviously he decided to hire a videographer called Gucci Daniels, and this guy started to film his live sets, and from that moment on, this guy started to blow up. The views were insane. He was mixing incredible music together, and it's no wonder why this guy has quickly become one of the biggest DJs on YouTube. So I think the main reason that he started to blow up is because his videos are just so entertaining. Like the little 5-minute snippets of like an hour set, and what he decides to do is he'll take the best 5, 6, 7 transitions from his sets and he'll snip them down, and he'll give you a nice little bite-sized chunk that you can see all his DJ talent on show. So even for a casual fan who's not really into DJing, they can get along with these type of videos because they're quite short, and because he's mixing such popular music together, it's really easy to watch. And he makes it look so easy. Like he'll mix an old school track with a dirty bassline track, and then he'll mix in like Drake, and then he'll drop a bit of Fisher. It's great, and that'll all be within the space of a minute. This guy is so talented, but he makes it look so easy. And I think that's why it is so fun to watch, because you don't see him struggling. You see him tapping those cue buttons like it's like perfectly in time, like it's the easiest thing in the world. But of course it's not. But to a casual fan, to a casual person who's not really into DJing, I think they watch that and it just gets them excited and it gets them ready to play, gets them ready to dance. And that's why he's building up like this cult following and like such a strong, heavy following after only doing this for like a year. But of course, all of this is just good for DJing as an industry in general. As us YouTubers, it's good because he's bringing brand new eyeballs into the DJing scene. You know, he makes it very clear in his videos by using titles, thumbnails. It's all about DJing. You know, he puts in his titles, this is the real DJ, and he makes it very clear that, you know, he's trying to get people interested into DJing, and he's already won the respect of pretty much every DJ on the platform. You know what I mean? If you don't respect James Hype and you're a DJ, then you know, you're looking past, you know, you've not got enough kind of awareness there, because this guy is so good. This guy is so talented and so creative behind the deck, so you've got to respect him. And I think that new people coming in, casual fans, even respect him because they can see how hard he's trying. They can see the hype behind him, and they're just ready to get on board. So I think people love just the popular music that he's mashing up. You know, he's taking like old school tracks that are like old school favorites for everyone, and then he'll mix them up into like some underground but popular house tracks. You know, he usually chooses stuff like Fisher, stuff that usually tops the Beatport charts, you know, the underground stuff that's well respected by the dance community, and he'll mix them with popular music like AJ Tracy, you know, stuff that will chart in the top 40. He'll take like snippets of that, vocal loops, and he'll drop them into, you know, well respected underground tracks. So what his way of mixing is very smart, because he can take the casual fans that are into the popular music, and he can take the underground fans that are into the Beatport charts and that like to kind of be on that, you know, that up and coming hype train, and he merges them both together. but he does it in such a way that it's just like, it's so entertaining to watch, and you never really know what he's gonna do next. His mixes are so on the edge because once he starts one of those loops, you know something's coming, but you don't know what he's gonna do, and that's like the most exciting part of it, and that's why he keeps people watching. And how he does it just makes him one of the most technically gifted DJs on this platform. In fact, it's probably one of the most technically gifted DJs in the world. You know, his understanding of like effects and EQ and timing is just better than anyone. He will loop something and he'll know exactly when to hit the play. He'll know exactly when to shorten the loop. He'll know exactly when to click the stop, when to click turn. He knows exactly. And the main reason why he knows how to do all this and how he's so good at his timing and his knowledge of everything is because he spent so many years DJing in clubs before he blew up. I was watching a video recently and doing some research about him, and he's been DJing for so long. He's been DJing for years as a club DJ, as a resident DJ, and he was just playing, as he does now, just practicing as much as he could on those CDJs, getting as good as he could, his transitions, his creativity, trying to get as, you know, well mastered as he could behind the decks. And it's very obvious now that he's so confident behind the decks. When he's mixing, he rarely makes a mistake. You know, let's not forget, this guy's performing in front of thousands and thousands of people in his videos. You know, to do the things he's doing, you know, first time in front of thousands of people is incredible. Because you got to remember, if this guy messes up in front of thousands of people, there's people videoing that on their Snapchat, on their Instagram, you know, you would have seen something, but he doesn't. And I can personally say firsthand that he doesn't. I went to see him about a couple months ago in Leeds, and I can tell you now, his sets live are just as good as his videos. In fact, they're probably better, because what you see on YouTube is 5-6 transitions in a 5-minute video, and it's fun, it's fast paced, but he mixes like that for an hour. Like, I'm not joking. Every single transition was the loop, it was the short, and then it was all the stuff that you're used to seeing from him, but like in the space of an hour. And it wasn't just like, oh, he did like 5 minutes and then he took a bit off. It was just straight banger, 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 banger. His way of mixing is personally like my favorite. Like not necessarily his mixing technique. I mean, that is amazing. His song choice is like the best in the game, I think, because when you go to see a DJ, personally, I don't want to hear an hour of unreleased tracks that the DJ thinks are pretty good because they might blow up on Beatport. I'm not really interested in that. Although I do want to hear some underground tracks. Like, it's good to hear maybe something unreleased, but I want to hear good music. I want to hear music that I can sing along to, that I've heard before, that I know the drop to, so that I can party. Like, it's good to dance to stuff that you know how to dance to. And of course, like, when you hear a certain track, it'll give you endorphins, it'll give you euphoria, because it'll take you back to somewhere else. You know, when you hear, let's say, a Fisher track, it might take you back to where you saw him in Ibiza, or when you saw him at a festival. And of course, that's what you want to hear. You want to do, you know, you want to feel those feelings when you're out partying. And I think that's what James Hype does so well, is he mixes all this popular music together that everybody loves, and it takes everyone back to a certain point in their life, and it makes everyone feel so good. And I think that's why he kind of sits in a league of his own in terms of mixing and the way he plays music. There's not many people who have like similar track lists to James Hype, at least not in like the DJ kind of popular scene. A lot of DJs kind of stick to one genre, and they kind of mix amongst that genre with new tracks unreleased, maybe a couple of old school tracks thrown in there. James Hype mixes everything, every genre, every BPM. You'll see him go from like a hip hop track that's like, I don't know, 70 BPM into like a house track that's 140, or a bassline track. And his transitions are so seamless when he's going from those BPMs. You can just tell that he spent so long practicing in those clubs. So when he was in clubs, he wanted to produce his own music because he was like mixing like Love Shy into a house track. So what he decided to do is he thought, hell, let me go and make Love Shy as a house track so that when I'm in my sets, I don't have to spend a minute sweating on the decks to try and make that a good transition. I can just drop my remix of it. So that's how his bootlegs started, is that he was playing the tracks live and he thought, hell, let me go and make those bootlegs myself. So that then it saves me a bit of time behind the decks. So then he can mix a bootleg into a bootleg, and all of a sudden he's mixing 4 tracks into each other. He's made 2 of them on, you know, his editing software on where he produces his music. And then all of a sudden you're giving the crowd and the audience something they've never heard before. Because where a DJ would just be mixing one track into another, he's mixing 2 tracks that are together, that he's put together, into another 2 tracks that he's put together, and all of a sudden they're getting 4 tracks in the space of a minute. And that is obviously something that is unique, and it's something that people want to hear. But yeah, James Hype has got the ability to become the biggest DJ on YouTube for sure. You know, the DJ community we have on here, although it is fairly big, it's not massive. You know, there's the biggest DJ channels are like hundreds of thousands of subs. And this guy has the ability to go #1 without a doubt, because the way and the music that he's mixing is so kind of unique and like out there, that he's bringing in such like a bigger audience than just the core DJ fans. You know, channels like Crossfader and DJ Khaled and Dido, you know, these guys are doing tutorials, they're doing like mixes, but they're not really kind of bringing in an audience of like un-hardcore fans. You know, all the hardcore DJ fans obviously love those channels because they're giving us exactly what we want. But it's hard to, let's say, watch a DJ tutorial or a DJ review if you don't really know anything about it, where James Hype is bringing in an audience that just like music, that just like the popular music. And it's good because he's advertising them as this is real DJ, and he's getting them into DJing. He's showing the camera angle behind the deck. You can see him clicking the buttons. You can see him making the transitions, tightening the loop. And without a doubt, he's probably inspired people to get into DJing. And, you know, it is so good for our community that we've got someone like James Hype that is inspiring new people to come into the community. You know, especially with him being so technically gifted and so good behind the decks, because all that's going to do is inspire more people to be like that. And there's not enough DJs in this world that are like James Hype. There's too many stop starters, there's too many, you know, little tight EQ bends and slowly bringing a track out. You need more fast-paced, fast energy mixing, especially if they're going to mix music like James Hype, because this guy is amazing. So yeah, let me know what you think about him, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to subscribe for more videos just like this one. Drop the video a like, share it, comment, do all that good stuff to help support me and my channel. I really love you, I appreciate you. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.